Did you know that more than half of Canadians over 60 are unaware of the new rules that could quietly reshape their retirement, their healthcare, and even their housing rights? In 2025, the Canadian legal landscape is shifting in ways that most seniors don't even see coming. Imagine this: you've spent decades carefully planning your golden years. You've saved, invested, and maybe even downsized your home. But then, bam, a new rule takes effect, reducing your pension, taxing your savings differently, or changing the way your will is handled. Suddenly, your plans aren't so secure anymore. These aren't what-if scenarios. They're real changes happening right now. And if you're over 50, what you don't know could end up costing you thousands of dollars, or even your independence. In today's video, we're counting down the 10 most important laws every older Canadian must know in 2025. Some will shock you, some will save you money, but all of them will give you the power to protect your future. So let's get started. Number 10, New Rules on RRIF Withdrawals. For decades, the Registered Retirement Income Fund, or RRIF, has been the backbone of many Canadians' retirement income. Once you hit 71, you're forced to convert your RRSP into a RRIF and start withdrawing every year. But here's the twist: in 2025, Ottawa quietly updated the minimum withdrawal rates. What does this mean? Well, seniors are now required to withdraw slightly more each year, which sounds small, but it can have huge consequences. Higher withdrawals mean more taxable income. And more taxable income could push you into a higher tax bracket or trigger an OAS clawback. Many retirees have no idea this happened. They just accept whatever their bank tells them to take out. But those extra dollars in withdrawals can snowball into thousands in lost benefits. What can you do? Review your RRIF strategy with a financial planner. Consider shifting more savings into a TFSA, which doesn't affect your taxable income. Time your withdrawals carefully, especially if you're close to the OAS clawback threshold. This change proves one thing: even a tiny tweak in government policy can drastically reshape your retirement plan. Number 9, New Home Equity Tax Proposals. For years, Canadians relied on the principal residence exemption to keep their home sale profits tax-free. But in 2025, debate is heating up around new housing affordability measures. Several provinces have already introduced or proposed special taxes on large home equity gains, and Ottawa is signaling it may follow. Here's the danger: if you bought your home decades ago, your property value may have skyrocketed. That paper gain could soon be seen as taxable wealth. Imagine selling your family home, expecting a windfall for retirement, only to see the government take a massive slice of it. What should you do? Stay informed. Housing-related tax policy is one of the most rapidly evolving areas in Canada. If you're planning to downsize soon, talk to an accountant about the timing of your sale. Consider intergenerational strategies, like gifting property through trusts, but only with professional legal advice. Home ownership has always been a cornerstone of Canadian retirement. But in 2025, the rules are changing, and what feels like security today could become a liability tomorrow. Number 8, Expanded Pharmacare Rules. Canada's long-promised National Pharmacare Plan is finally taking shape. In 2025, the first phase begins, covering select essential medications across the country. That sounds like great news, right? And it is, but it also comes with complications for seniors. Here's why: not all medications are included yet, and provincial drug plans may be adjusted in response. Some seniors could find that drugs once fully covered now require a copay, while others may see overlap or confusion about which plan pays first. Even worse, without keeping track, you could accidentally end up paying out of pocket when you don't need to. What can you do? Review your prescriptions with your pharmacist and ask which are covered under the new national list. Double-check how your provincial senior drug benefit interacts with the new rules. Keep receipts. Pharmacare coverage can shift quickly, and you may need proof for reimbursement. Healthcare is changing fast, and while pharmacare is meant to help, it can also create gaps if you're not careful. Number 7. Digital ID and access to benefits. By 2025, several provinces, including Ontario, Quebec, and British Columbia, are rolling out digital identification systems. These are linked to everything from healthcare to pensions to travel documents. Sounds convenient, but here's the issue: if you're not digitally savvy, you could find yourself locked out of essential services. Some benefits may eventually require verification through a smartphone app or online portal. For older Canadians who struggle with technology, or who simply prefer paper, this shift could create barriers. What should you do? Set up your digital ID now, before it becomes mandatory. Keep paper copies of important records just in case. Ask your local Service Canada or Service Ontario office about workshops designed to help seniors transition. Digital ID might sound futuristic, but in 2025, it's quickly becoming the default. Don't get left behind. Number 6. Stricter consumer protection against scams. In 2025, the federal government introduced new consumer protection laws aimed at protecting seniors from fraud. Why? Because last year alone, Canadians over 60 lost more than $500 million to scams, everything from fake CRA calls to cryptocurrency schemes. The new laws require banks and telecom companies to take a more active role in flagging suspicious transactions. But here's the catch: these protections only work if you report fraud quickly. If you wait too long, the responsibility shifts back to you. What should you do? Set up transaction alerts on your bank accounts. Never click on unsolicited email or text links. If in doubt, hang up and call the organization directly. The laws are there to help, but vigilance is still your best defense. Number 5. Changes to CPP survivor benefits. For widows and widowers, the Canada Pension Plan survivor benefit has long been a lifeline. But in 2025, Ottawa adjusted the calculation formula. Instead of automatically receiving a large portion of your spouse's pension, the new rules cap the total combined benefit you can receive. That means many surviving spouses will see less money than they expected. This can be devastating for seniors who built their retirement around two pensions. What should you do? Review your expected survivor benefits using Service Canada's online calculator. Explore life insurance or joint investment accounts as a backup. Talk to your spouse now, don't wait until it's too late to plan. Survivor benefits were designed to provide security, but the new formula shows that assumptions can be dangerous. Number 4. New caregiver tax credits. There's some good news, too. In 2025, the government has enhanced caregiver tax credits for families supporting aging relatives. If your adult children or spouse provides in-home care, they may now qualify for larger non-refundable credits, reducing their tax bill. But here's the catch: you have to apply properly, and many families don't even realize they qualify. What should you do? Keep records of caregiving expenses. Ask your accountant about the new eligibility thresholds. If you provide care for someone else, explore whether you qualify yourself. Caregiving is emotionally draining. At least now, the law offers some financial relief. Don't leave money on the table. Number 3. Housing rights in retirement residences. In 2025, provinces have passed new tenant-style protections for seniors in retirement homes. For too long, residents were vulnerable to sudden rent hikes or unexpected service fees. Now, there are clearer rules around disclosure and annual increases. But beware, some retirement homes are responding by adding new, mandatory service bundles, which can effectively raise costs anyway. What should you do? Read your residence contract carefully. Know your right to receive advance notice of rent increases. If you suspect unfair practices, contact your province's tenancy board or seniors advocate office. Housing is one of the biggest costs for seniors, and these new protections can make a real difference, if you know they exist. Number 2. Privacy laws and health records. Your health data is more valuable than you think. In 2025, Canada updated its privacy legislation to include stricter protections on electronic health records. Hospitals and clinics now face heavy fines for data breaches. But here's the overlooked part: you now have the right to request exactly who accessed your medical file. If something looks suspicious, you can demand an investigation. What should you do? Ask your doctor's office for a copy of your access log. Keep track of any errors in your file. Don't be afraid to file a complaint if your privacy is breached. In a world where everything is digital, your personal health story must remain in your control. Number 1. Automatic tax filing for seniors. And finally, the most impactful law in 2025, automatic tax filing. The CRA now has the authority to automatically file simple returns for low-income seniors. If you receive CPP, OAS, and maybe a small pension, you may no longer need to file at all. The system will do it for you. Sounds great, but there's a risk. The CRA will only use the information it already has. That means any credits or deductions you're eligible for, like medical expenses, charitable donations, or caregiver credits, could be missed unless you file manually. What should you do? Even if you're eligible for automatic filing, review your situation carefully. Consider filing manually to claim all deductions. Double-check CRA's notice of assessment for errors. Automatic filing is meant to simplify life, but for many seniors, it could mean leaving money behind. And there you have it, 10 laws every older Canadian must know in 2025. Some will protect your savings, others your health, and some your dignity. But together, they remind us of one thing: retirement isn't just about money, it's about knowledge. The rules of the game are changing. And the seniors who stay informed are the ones who stay secure. So take this information, share it with your spouse, your children, or even your neighbors. Because when seniors are empowered, entire communities grow stronger. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, drop a comment about which law surprised you the most, and don't forget to subscribe. We make these videos so you can make smarter, safer choices in retirement. Stay safe, stay informed, and take control of your future.